Is there a leader in the clubhouse right now?
Well, I wouldn't say there's one guy, and there hasn't been one guy for honestly, really since David Wright left. But Lindor is one of those guys, and he's an important one. Brandon Nimmo is one of those guys. He's an important one. Pete Alonso is one of those guys, and he's an important one. So it's a little bit of a leadership committee right now. I would put Starling Marte in that group as well, veteran leaders. But if you're asking, is there one guy who's going to stand up and be that guy at all times? No, I wouldn't say that. I would kind of put all of those guys on relatively equal footing in terms of, who the team turns to in these times.
Yeah. Keith, do you think that the clubhouse misses guys like Max Scherzer, Verlander for leadership at all?
Maybe. I mean, Justin Verlander, his tenure with the Mets was so strange because it started with that injury that he barely even had time to kind of gain any real footing, build any real relationships with the pitching staff. Not that that didn't happen behind closed doors, but by the time he got right, he was basically back out the door to Houston. Max Scherzer, I think, is a missing voice for the starting rotation because I still go back to 2022 when Max was there talking to young pitchers, David Peterson, Tyler McGill, when Chris Bassett was there. You kind of see those little powwows happen in the dugout mid-start, after starts, breaking things down. And when Max didn't have his best stuff last year, you're kind of looking for someone to lead by example, and he didn't quite do that enough. And now that he's not there, I don't really know who the leader on the pitching staff side is. I do know it's a whole new mix of guys that seem to get along really well, like Sean Manaea is a great vibes guy. Luis Severino, same kind of deal. But, you might be missing that kind of veteran leadership in these times. But the guys that are in there in that clubhouse now, as far as the starting staff is concerned, they should have enough time in the big leagues to pull themselves out of this funk right now.
Yeah. I wonder if that's something that's missing for the Mets. Maybe if they do need that one singular voice to lead them, maybe if that would kind of help them get through these kind of tough times throughout the season. I wonder if that could be something that would help them at all.
I think it always helps, Chelsea, but I think when a team struggles, we sort of grasp at these various reasons as to why it could be. The bottom line is the players need to perform. And I keep seeing these messages over the past couple of days about, whether it's Carlos Mendoza or whether it's the coaching staff or whether it's, as you say, a lack of leadership. The bottom line is these are guys who across the board on this Mets roster have done it. And they're still in their physical primes. There's no reason why they can't do it again. It's on them. It's on the players. It's on the star players to figure this out and get it right. And you could have the best leadership in the world, the best coaching in the world, the best manager in the world, all that stuff. At the end of the day, they're not the ones out on the field executing it. It is fully on the players.